In the Reference Guide to Regulatory Compliance, I am reading about the Bank Protection Act, and it's being referred to as minimum security devices on page 786. Banks are subject to the requirements of the Bank Protection Act and must adopt appropriate security procedures to discourage burglaries and larcenies. Security procedures should also help identify and apprehend persons who commit crimes against the bank. The requirements of the Bank Protection Act are that you have a security officer. Every bank must designate a security officer who is responsible for developing and administering a written security program within the bank. The officer must be designated by the board of directors. Security devices that must be maintained, installed, and maintained as per the security officer at a minimum include lighting system for the area around the vault if the vault is visible from outside the bank, tamper-resistant locks on exterior doors and exterior windows designed to be open, an alarm system for promptly notifying nearest law enforcement agencies in the event of an attempted or perpetrated robbery or burglary, protection for cash and liquid valuables such as a vault or safe, any other devices that the security officer may deem necessary. When considering the minimum security devices needed, the security officer should consider the incidence of crimes committed against the bank and against financial institutions in the area, the amount of currency and valuables in the bank, the distance from the nearest law enforcement officers at the time of required for them to arrive at the bank, and cost of security devices and other security measures of the bank, and also, lastly, physical characteristics of the bank and its surroundings. Might I add outdoor lighting and lighting at ATMs? The security program that each bank must develop and administer must be approved by the board of directors and maintained by the bank. The security program must include procedures for opening and closing offices, safekeeping currency, negotiable securities, and other valuables, identifying persons who commit crimes against the bank, including preserving evidence by using cameras, using identification devices, and retaining records related to robberies and burglaries, selecting, testing, operating, and maintaining appropriate security devices, and the initial and periodic training of employees. An annual report to the board of directors regarding the effectiveness of the security program is also a requirement. Enforcement of the Bank Protection Act is a FIRA system of penalties up to $7,500 per day for violations of laws and regs, and penalties up to $500 per day for violations of unsafe or unsound practices that are engaged in recklessly or part of a pattern of misconduct that causes more than a minimal loss to the bank or any pecuniary gain to the parties involved, and penalties up to $1.425 million per day against persons who knowingly commit a violation and unknowingly or recklessly cause a substantial loss to the bank or substantial benefit to the party. And that's actually it. The end.